State Question 805 deals with the sentencing and resentencing of Oklahomans convicted of nonviolent crimes. Oklahoma ranks in the top 3 in the world for incarceration rates. Those pushing for 805 to be approved believe that the criminal justice system wrongfully exacerbates sentences, which leads to bigger issues.
Longer sentences actually are often sort of at least correlated with higher recidivism rates.
Sonia grew up in a house full of abuse and trauma. It led her down a road of nonviolent convictions and prison time. She says the way Oklahoma heightened the sentencing of her repeat offenses personally impacted her life.
Upon my release, I was just in a much worse position, so to speak, and the vicious cycle would continue.
805 would not allow the state to lengthen sentences past the maximum for repeat nonviolent offenses.
It might have prevented me from experiencing so much more trauma as I did while I was incarcerated.
However, opposers of State Question 805 say that this will disproportionately affect victims of other crimes, such as domestic violence. Currently in Oklahoma, among many other dangerous crimes, domestic violence is deemed as a nonviolent offense.
It takes away the justice for victims. It only leaves us with criminal reform.
Allie Stevens, a student at OU, was allegedly a victim of 2 separate domestic violence issues with her former boyfriend, Gage Ford. Gage was charged with a misdemeanor domestic violence offense on October 1st for beating his pregnant girlfriend. He was then released on a $1,500 bond. On October 17th, Allie was reportedly beaten by Ford for a second time, leaving her severely injured. Following the incident, Gage was charged with domestic assault of a pregnant woman, making him a repeat offender and possibly putting Allie's case at risk if 805 were approved.
It's considered a nonviolent crime unless a weapon was used.
Since then, the charges were upgraded to 2 felonies, one of them being domestic assault and battery with strangulation, turning his offenses violent. As Allie recovers and awaits her justice, she uses her story to petition against 805 and stand for other domestic violence victims.
I know it's not going to affect my case. I just want it to affect other people's. That way they get the justice that they deserve, because a lot of people haven't.
State Question 805 is the only citizen-led initiative petition question on November's ballot in the state of Oklahoma, and it is being voted on right now. If passed or not passed, it could still change what the criminal justice system looks like in the state of Oklahoma. I'm Sydney Bollier, OU Nightly.